Okay, see, this glass of water in the sunlight is creating these caustic effects all the way on the bottom of the glass there. You see how there's like a light source convergence on the left side, and what it does is it carries its light and bends it around the inside where there's a convergence on the right side. So what I'm simulating here, you also see kind of a rainbow there too, indication that there's a glass sky. But within the Earth, concave Earth, there's a glass sky, and the sun and the moon are orbiting inside above the glass. And so the sun is emanating its light in a curve. So it curves around. If I lift this glass up a little bit more, you can see how it converges there on the right side. And that's how we get the phases of the moon. So directly opposite that light on the right, the light convergence on the right, that strong light, that would be the sun. And then what it does, it swings around both ways, and it converges on the right side, and that's how we get full moons. This is the way light works within the Earth. So like if I were to draw it for you, like here, the sun, this is above the glass. Let's say this is the glass sky. The sun is emanating its light, and then it's converging here again. So it creates this kind of like this conical convergence here on the other side. And so there's also an area in which I believe that they overlap on the other side. So there's actually a little area of darkness here where that's where we have the lunar eclipses too. So the moon, here's a celestial sphere. It's up in the middle of the Earth with all the stars. The sun is wrapping its light around the inside of the Earth. And that's how we get the phases of the moon. There's a point in time, I believe, there's a termination between night and day. Obviously the sun is on the left side here, so this would be daytime, and this would be night, where the sun, the angle of incidence of the light actually doesn't bend around, it just goes right through the glass. So that's how we get daylight during the daytime. However, once it becomes, the angle becomes too acute, it just starts wrapping itself around and hitting the moon. So if the moon was over here, obviously you'd have a half moon. So it's all because there's glass in the sky. This was formed after the flood, after the global flood. The windows of heaven were opened. So, and from the celestial sphere to the glass sky, you have the thermosphere, which gets very hot. So when this sand and water came gushing forth during the flood, the sand fused together to cause this glass sky. So the glass all fused, made this bubble. Obviously, I'm talking in the Earth, so the Earth would be around that. But that's what it's doing. The light is bending around. It's using the glass as a catalyst to actually create the phases of the moon. That's how it works.